Hey, welcome back to Mandy's Planet. So tonight I'm making spaghetti and meatballs, and I'm going to show you an easy way to do that. I have some Italian sausage that I'm using for the meatballs. So let's go ahead and get started on this video. So I'm going to be using Johnsonville's Parmesan Italian sausage. And what I'm going to do is cut this sausage into chunks, creating a meatball effect. And I'm going to be leaving the casing on to help hold that meat together so it doesn't become like a ground sausage. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting my meat up. And the style that I'm going to cut in is a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch, and it is edible size. About the meatball size. I mean, you don't want like giant meatballs. I mean, some people do, but we're not calling for that for this recipe. And the best tip for cutting up your sausage links and keeping them together is to keep them refrigerated until the moment that you're ready to go ahead and cut the sausage up, because if not, it becomes harder and falls apart. Well, not the meat doesn't become harder, it becomes harder to cut, and it kind of falls apart. It doesn't stay in that casing type of form. As you can see, my meat is all ready to go, but first we're gonna go ahead and get that spaghetti going. So in my pot there, I have some boiling salted water. It's very important that you salt your water for your pasta before you start cooking. So what I like to do is break up my noodles because it fits easier in the pan and a lot easier to cook as well. And the reason why you want your pasta water to be salted is because it allows for a lot more flavor in your pasta. So our spaghetti is cooking up, so I'm going to go ahead and get the sausage ready. So I already have my pan preheated, and I'm just going to add in some Kerrygold butter. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of that, and then after that I'm going to add in some garlic, and I'm going to let the butter and garlic saute together for a couple of seconds before I add in our Italian sausage meatballs. Okay, our butter and garlic have been sauteing together, and it smells wonderful. So I'm going to go ahead and add in the Italian Parmesan sausage that we're using for meatballs. And I'm going to cook this until it has a golden brown sear. At this point, our pasta and our Italian meatballs are cooking up wonderful. The meatballs have a nice golden brown sear. And don't worry about the butter, that will be drained. It's not going to be added in with the sauce and spaghetti. Okay, the spaghetti is done. Time to turn the heat off and get ready to drain the water from our pasta. This can be very hot and steamy, so please hold your face back as you're draining your pasta. And then what I like to do is just shake it around in the drainer a little bit to release some of the hot air that's inside of the pasta. Okay, I washed that pan that we were using for boiling the pasta, and I'm going to go ahead and use that pan to mix all of our spaghetti together to make the complete dish. So first I'm going to start off with some ragu spaghetti sauce, and I got the chunky sauce, and it is the garden variety because I do like the vegetables in my sauce. And after I dumped the sauce out, I put a little bit of water in the jar to get the remaining sauce. Just shake it up a little bit and get the rest of the sauce out of that jar. Okay, and I have 2 more jars of sauce that I'm going to go ahead and add into our pan. Time to add in our Italian Parmesan sausage meatballs to our sauce. And I'm using a spaghetti ladle that has the little holes in it to go ahead and help drain that butter and garlic away from the meatballs to add into the sauce. Once I have all my meatballs in, I'm going to go ahead and mix them around in the sauce. And then I'm going to start adding in our spaghetti noodles and also mix around the spaghetti noodles. It's important to get everything mixed around together so all the flavors can marry with each other. Before I add in my spaghetti noodles, I am going to add in some Italian seasoning just because I really like my sauce to have a nice Italian flavor. Okay, time to start adding in our spaghetti noodles to our meatball and sauce mixture. And then once this is all added in, I'm going to mix them around and let simmer for a little while together so all of the flavors can marry together and the pasta can really, you know, grab up the flavors of that sauce. And I did cook my pasta al dente because it is going to sit in with the sauce and meatballs and cook a little bit longer, and you don't want your your noodles to get mushy or anything like that. So al dente is perfect for this recipe. Okay, so make sure that you mix your pasta, meatballs, and sauce together really good so all the flavors can get with each other. You don't want to, have a big chunk of pasta in the middle that doesn't have any sauce on it. So mix, 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 stir, stir, stir. Okay, everything is mixed up beautifully, so I'm going to let it sit and simmer for a few minutes. Okay, so while that's simmering, I'm going to go ahead and get our garlic bread ready. And I just have the garlic Texas toast. This is from Walmart's Deli Bakery. And I'm just going to spread them out on this big pizza pan sheet, and I'm going to cook in the oven from anywhere you can do 375 to 400 for about 15 to 20 minutes. I mean, the bread is already cooked and everything. You just want to get the butter on it like a nice golden brown. And you can flip probably halfway through, flip your bread over so both sides can get that golden brown. time to pop that bread in the oven and look at that spaghetti. Yum! So the spaghetti dinner is almost ready. I really hope that this video helped you learn an easy, quick way to make some meatballs. All you know, just chop up some of that Italian sausage. It looks like a meatball. It tastes like a meatball. I mean, it's absolutely delicious. And I'm getting ready to pull the bread out here in a few minutes. I really hope that you have liked this video, learned something from this video, and I hope that you will subscribe to my channel for more videos from me. Thank you again for watching. Bye!